What's up YouTube, back here again with another video, and today we're going to take a look at another starter kit. This is the Eleaf Icare, okay? This is a small, compact, auto-firing, which means there's no physical button to push. When you're inhale, it activates. Tiny little, all-in-one type device, okay? Now, I got this off of eBay for $18.99, so it's a pretty cheap kit. I found it on some other websites around for less, $14, $15. So it's another cheap starter kit, but we're going to unbox this guy, then I'll use it for a little while, and we'll come back and talk about it and see what's what. So ripping off the plastic. Okay. Open up the box, and there we go. There it is sitting there right in the front. I got the white version. And you can't tell how tiny this thing, but this thing is super tiny. Here is like a standard 30 ml liquid bottle. I mean, look at that. This thing is really small. Okay, so that's that. Let's dig under here. See what else we got. See, a super tiny charging cable. These little ones are practically useless, and for me anyway. You might be different, but a super tiny charging cable, which means we have micro USB charging down there, so that's good. We have two coil heads. If you could see how stinking tiny these things are, this looks like 1.1 ohms. This one also looks like 1.1 ohms, so we'll put one of them aside. Put this back in the, oh yeah, and instruction manual. If you need that to get started, definitely look at that. All right, so we got a coil head and we got our device. Now I just pull this cap off. I literally just wobbled it and pulled it out. Now if you look up here in the cap, you have where your coil head goes into, where your air is going to come through, or your vapor. And then they give you this little tool right here. See this little square? This is to grip the square of the top of the shaft here. So you got your mouthpiece. You're going to take this little square on here and untwist. I think that's a nice little feature. Help you get in here. Let's pull this out. And here's our shaft. Now there's no coil head attached to this, so you're going to have to attach one. And then we can see down in here. There's our tank. And you really can't see in there too good. Alright, well, there's supposed to be, let me take this off here. Yeah, there is a little line where your liquid's supposed to go. It is extremely hard to see, but we'll get to that. So you want to take your little coil head, okay, here it is here. Very small holes, 5 to 15 watts. Very, very tiny. You want to screw it into your shaft. Okay, so we got that. And then you're going to want to fill your tank up to that line. You can just about barely see it. See it right there? That's your max fill line. Now I have some 12 milligram liquid. If you're a beginner, okay, and you don't know much about nicotine milligram strengths or what you should be using, definitely recommend at least a 12 milligram, maybe an 18. I'm going to try 12. I might switch over to an 18. But for these types of devices, you want a little higher nicotine. It helps out. It'll help a beginner, do with the transition. So I'm just going to take this off here so I can get this filled up to the right spot and not overfill it, because I don't want to do that, because then we'll have a mess. Okay. Now I'm just filled. Again, you can't really see, but I'm filled right about there. You see my liquid line. Okay. We're going to take our little coil head. Use the little tool on the top and just snug it down ever so slightly. And then we're going to stick this doohickey back on here. Okay, now, being the fact that that was a brand new coil and I just literally filled it up, I'm going to give it about 10 minutes to set, okay? Let the liquid soak in. Let it sit straight up and down. Let the liquid soak in. And then we'll come back and I'm going to give it a vape. All right? Here we go. Okay, so we are here with the Eleaf Icare. Okay, super tiny little starter kit. Well, we were just down low, so you got to see everything up close. We're going to start off with, I had this sitting for about 10 minutes. We're going to start off with, I'm going to take a quick little pull on it. Now, like I said, it's an automatic, so you just inhale. And the automatic system here is it's not as like as easy as I would expect. You need to get a little bit of air moving through there. But all not bad. It's got good vapor production. I'm pretty impressed so far. Flavor is decent, for the price, for $18.99 for someone just starting out. They're going to be perfectly fine. Nothing nasty, nothing wrong with it. One thing I did forget to mention though, or that I just noticed as I was setting this up, if you take this out, okay, there is actually adjustable airflow in this thing. Now this is kind of one of the, definitely in a negative here. You got to take it out and see that? Definitely a negative. You got to take this out to do this. So if you see right here, see them holes? It's adjustable. So if you take that little ring with the holes and turn it, you can actually shut them off. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. There's 5 holes in there, and you can close them off to use 1 through 5. So let's open up all 5 and let's see if we can't get a lung type of hit. So like, if you're a vapor already and you're looking for something small and simple to kind of add to your system here. Okay, so I just screwed it back in with the cap. So yeah, you definitely get a restricted lung hit with this guy, with it wide open like that. So you vapors might, some of you guys or girls, who have been vaping for a while, might like to add this to your rotation, something small to take out. You could probably put a 6 or a 12 in here. And that's a 12 milligram liquid. I still like to mouth to lung, which is, a tighter airflow. Smokers who are going to be using this kit might actually like to do. So I'm just going to take that out. And I'm going to twist this back. I had it set to about 1.5 holes open. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but I got about 1.5 holes open. Okay, I'm going to wipe all this stuff on my shirt. Why not? Okay, we're going to put this back in. We're going to screw this back down with a little tool. Now the top cap is held on by O-rings, okay? There's 2 O-rings here in this top part, plus this little like gasket here that you're not supposed to touch, and you just literally, wiggle it down over and it kind of slips over top. Alright, the other thing, this is the white color. There are a bunch of colors. I've seen black, cyan, pink. So there's a few colors of this. If you want something other than white, I got white. Now the other thing is, we'll plug it into a charger. I'll show you what it does. So when you plug it into the charger, it goes red, okay? And I believe it'll either go out or go green when it's charged. I have to charge it up and I'll see. remember this was an unboxing first impression. So yeah, you get a red light in there. Now as I'm vaping it, you can see the yellow light actually in the tank. So it goes green, yellow, red. If it's in red, you need to charge it up. So there's a 650 milliamp hour battery inside of here. So first impressions, I'm really liking this thing. And if you're a starter and you want to start with something cheap and refillable, I definitely would recommend this. I don't think it's too complicated. You just take this piece out, put your head on the bottom, you know, screw it in, set your airflow, and go. Charge it up, micro USB charge. It's pretty simple. So yeah, first impressions, I'm liking it. I'm probably going to use it. Like I said, I keep my 12 milligram liquid in here. Now the flavor, I'm not going to say it's Cape Fun flavor. You know, if you're a mouth-along vapor, it's definitely not Cape Fun flavor. You're not going to be like, oh wow, it's great, but it's not bad. It's okay. But yeah, Eleaf Icare, first impressions are good. Check it out. Stay tuned. I'll use this for a while, and we'll come back with a wrap up on it and see how it did for me. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.